Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy Malik S, and I'm back for another episode of Nobody Asked Me.
Nobody asked me.
As usual, I got my team with me, Keysha E over here snacking, not
Keysha
professional.
E eating.
Hey guys.
I got my guy Hess Wesley.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
As you can see, Keysha, we gonna leave that in. We ain't gonna edit that out. Yeah,
I'm hungry.
on camera.
I'm not that girl.
Why you eating with your mouth open right now? Why you eating with your mouth open?
I'll eat.
Why you
My
eat with your
mouth
mouth?
is closed. Now play with me.
So you eat on the first date? You going in? Steak, potatoes,
Absolutely. I'm not
everything.
trying to. You eat, right?
I mean, but it's the first
Why
date
not act
though.
like I don't eat?
Cause you're supposed to be cute, like I'm good.
Right. Order a
human
small
being.
little thing. Get the fries.
Okay.
That's it.
Well, Keisha let you
I
know
ain't like a grown man.
she eat on the
Let
first
me
date.
let you know that now.
So second day you buffeting her ass.
I
Right.
don't eat buffets.
Do you cook, Keisha?
I cook every day.
That's the number one thing for me that I look for in a woman. Can you cook?
You know what?
My mom was a chef.
With that being said,
Yeah.
that goes right into what I want to ask y'all.
What's
about
up?
Cooking.
What?
What happened to grandmas? What happened to grandmas, man? They don't have grandmas like I had. I had a real grandma. Apron, clean, cook, always home.
Dinner cooked by 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
Dinner is done.
Grandmas ain't home no more.
No, these niggas ain't.
They
don't-
gambling.
They got Facebook.
Definitely on the ground.
What happened? That's why.
I think it was when the names changed.
And if you in Miami, you over there at the Hard Rock
Yeah.
gambling.
You be like, hey, grandma, can you watch my kid? I'm going to this show. She like, shit, I'm going too.
I'm going to.
How you know about it?
Right.
It was
Yeah.
on the Facebook.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
I got DM'd about it.
That's why
hilarious.
That's why I think the black community is going down. Ain't no more grandmas. Ain't nobody praying for us.
Hey,
People,
hey,
see, I
you
think
ain't
it
lying.
no
was
more
when,
grandmas.
when the names changed. Like my grandma is like Flora May, Lily May.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When
Your
your
grandma's name now Sheila.
Rosa
and
May.
Yeah, so
Erica.
it's a different vibe.
Erica.
Your
Like,
grandma ain't supposed to name
Erica still in
Erica.
the streets.
Yeah,
Like,
your grandma ain't supposed to be named Erica.
what happens when I'm somebody's grandma?
First of all,
Grandma
you,
Keisha.
first of all, you ain't supposed to know your grandma's real name.
Right, yeah. You supposed to call her Nana or
Yeah,
something.
that's a real grandma. You don't
No,
even know
that's the
grandma
problem
real
in the
name.
black community is people don't know people's real name.
But a grandma, you ain't supposed to know grandma real name
Right,
because I
yeah.
think it takes away from the grandma.
You can't call it that, but you should know it.
But if you know, like
What's
grandma,
Man name? Damn, what is Man
But
name?
that's
I don't know.
different.
That's your cousin.
I ain't counting on Man prayers
All right,
or
yeah.
his sweet potato pie.
I need you to know your grandma's name now.
No, I don't think you supposed to know because grandma's like grandma.
But
And
also
then
a
you
lot of
find
them-
out grandma name to Keisha. Like what?
Grandma
That
Takesha.
kind of take away from grandma, dog. Grandma got a real name.
I don't want no apple pie from Takesha.
My grandkids better put some respect on my name. You hear me?
I
And your granny was hot back in her day.
Yeah. Grandma had an apron on all day.
Yeah.
And she used to, you could drop the kids off anytime.
But I think, times have changed because also our grandmas, a lot of them, they didn't work.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, grandma going to work, so
Yeah.
she need to go. She need to hit happy hour afterwards because
It
she
is.
had a long week.
It do be a lot of grandmas at Walmart checking you,
You
out.
know, growing up, I didn't have my grandma. My grandma passed when I was 2 years old. But a lot of my friends had grandmas, so I was always at my friends' houses because of their grandma.
Right.
She would be the one that give you some change before you go to school. She would give you some candies. She'd give you some, you know what I'm saying? Like there's that. I know what a grandma is, even though my grandma died when I was 2 years old. But like I get it. There nowadays, you know who these kids go to. They just go to on social media. They don't go to grandma for nothing.
These kids watch themselves. Ain't no more grandma.
Exactly.
They watch themselves. Grandma, candy lady.
Right,
Rabbit and
exactly.
Candy lady.
Exactly. Yep. She had the frozen cups.
Candy lady.
Candy lady was grandma.
She had the
It was
frozen
Candy
cups.
Lady slash
Amazon.
The
grandma.
hot sausages.
Amazon happened to the candy lady.
Ain't no
You
more
order
candy
that
lady, dog.
in bulk.
You go to Candy Lady house, get a quarterback chip, get a frozen cup.
Now, ladies.
I never messed with a candy lady though.
You ain't had no Candy Lady?
Oh,
We
man,
probably
you
had
ain't
one
no
on our
candy
neighborhood, but
lady?
I'm not going to your house.
Candy Lady
chips.
house. Candy Lady was lit.
She had the big king size
But also, I
Snickers.
didn't eat a lot of candy growing up. I'm not a
But
candy
she sold
person.
chips and pickles and hot sausage.
Hot sausage.
See, we from Miami. You could, pickle eggs. Yeah. I mean, I ain't eat
Pickle
that.
eggs, yeah,
I ain't
she had
eat
to
that
pickle
because
eggs.
I think that was girl
That
food.
was nasty.
That was
yeah.
girl
It was
food.
pink. Yeah, the pink. Yeah, pink
the hot
color.
sausage was
Yeah.
like girl
The
food. I
pickle
ain't
was
eat-
pink?
No, the eggs were
They
pink.
just put the egg in
Like a
like
boiled egg?
yeah,
It
it's a
was,
boiled
like
egg.
a boiled
Yeah,
egg,
And pickle?
yeah, and pickle juice.
That's a pregnant snack. That's
yeah,
like a whole...
yeah. That's why I say it was girl snack. Yeah, you couldn't be no boy eating no hot sausage. Because a hot sausage is coming like a little fake Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
And some people be like, put some juice in it. And then they drink the juice.
Hot sausage
That's
juice.
Florida. Yeah. They drink.
yeah.
Because like, it used to come like a little Ziploc
That's some
bag.
country.
And they just
That is
squeeze
some-
the, yeah.
Oh
That
my
is
gosh.
country.
They just
Yeah.
sell the pig feet too.
Pig feet.
Pig
yeah.
feet.
The candy lady sold pig feet.
The
Yeah.
pickle feet.
Used to be in
pig
a
feet.
jar.
In a
Pickle
jar.
pig feet. Yeah.
In a jar, you see all of.
Like, let me get $2 and some pig
Yeah.
feet.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. Just like that. Yeah. Or in a hot sausage.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. Candy lady house. Which she
Who
was a
was
grandma.
grandma? Yep.
Who was AKA somebody grandma. Yeah. And
think-
nobody robbed candy lady.
Because everybody got her back.
Everybody had
Everybody
respect.
loved her.
And that's the problem too.
But also, it's not as many kids. Like my grandma, it's like maybe 50 of us on my dad's side, like 60 of us on my grandma's side. Like that was kind of the thing. Now grandmas, you got 1 kid, 2 kids. People not having that many kids no more. So I
Wow.
think
Yeah.
the whole image of what that is kind of changed. You know?
I miss grandmas, man. You know, it used to
Yeah.
be good old grandma because, like I say, like people used to have back then. There was respect and honor, even with thugs and the bad dudes in the neighborhood.
Right.
They knew certain homes you just didn't touch.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's like it's fair game
Yeah.
because I think ain't no more grandmas.
Right.
You know, ain't no more grandmas be like, young man,
Right.
put that gun down.
Right, exactly.
Now grandma like shit, dude. You gotta do
Right.
that.
What you, my nigga?
Grandma about that life. Hey, don't get caught, nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know
Don't
what I
break-
realized too? Like you ain't never seen. I remember when I was a kid, my dad used to be mad. Sometimes I would want to cook. I was never really like super girly under my mama or whatever, but sometimes I would want to just cook. And my thing was tacos, right? Because I was a kid, tacos and brownies. And my daddy would be hot, like tacos. That ain't no dinner. That ain't no right.
Right. You ain't
And
gonna never get a
then you
man.
think back- I cook everything, guys. I make peach cobbler from scratch.
Okay.
But you think about it, like you ain't never. Your grandma wasn't making no damn tacos. Like you never.
Nah.
Even the stuff that people make these days.
Grandma made real
It's
food.
like
You
scratch. Everything was from scratch. Everything was a meal.
Some grandmas made clothes from scratch. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm old school like that though. Donald talk about me because one day he hit me like, "Yo, we about to go bowling." And I was like, "I just put my greens on, my ham hocks." He was like, "What is
Ham
this?"
hocks.
He was like, "It's Tuesday." I'm like, "Nigga, you don't eat on Tuesday?" I eat on Tuesday.
Who cook ham hocks for one?
In your string beans, you got to get that real flavor. You got to get that real flavor.
God damn, Keysha. Ham hocks for one? That's a big meal. That's
Unless-
a family
unless you-
meal.
unless
That's
you
in my
making it-
greens. And then also have my sides. I think I might have made some mac and cheese that day and
Damn.
cornbread,
On a
whatever.
Tuesday?
Like, do you not eat on Tuesday?
Not
What's
like
Tuesday
that. Damn.
I don't have a day.
You
to
cooking
eat.
for the week though, like on that Tuesday. You cooking
Nah,
for Tuesday,
that was-
Wednesday,
that-
Thursday.
Nah, that was for
That
a
was for that
Tuesday
night.
meal.
I mean, I would have leftovers for like Wednesday because it's only me.
Right,
but,
right.
But no, that was just for that, that day.
That
and I
was
cook
just, it was
again
just a
on Thursday.
Tuesday. It was just Tuesday. She had to put them out the
But
night before.
that's how the women in my family. My mama every day we had a home cooked meal, even
Right.
breakfast.
I grew up like
You know
that.
what I mean? You
I
had a
grew up-
home from scratch. I remember I got to college. And my friends geeked me up talking about some hamburger helper. I'm like, what's that? And they're like, you ain't never had no hamburger helper? I'm like, no. As soon as they pulled out that box, I was like, I don't do box.
You don't do box
Like,
food.
Yeah.
my mom cooked from scratch every day. My aunties, my grandmas, you know what I'm saying? That's what I grew up watching. So
Growing
it's
up,
like,
I always had a hot meal every day when I came home from school.
Yeah.
And you know we
Yeah.
Haitian. You
Uh-huh.
know Hess.
It's
there's
always
gonna be
there.
some rice.
And by the way, yeah, yo, see, and I had this issue too with people that I dated because they would always like expect me to like make a decision on what we want to eat, and women don't like to make decisions on what they
Right.
want to eat, and they
I
would
would
go to
be very
me,
clear to you on what I want to eat.
and they'll go to me like, "What? I don't know." I'm like, "I don't know," because growing up,
Yeah.
whatever was on the table, that's
Yeah.
what I ate. I don't care what it was. My mom cooked.
Yeah.
If you ain't eat that, you ain't eat.
You ain't eat.
That's
And
it.
you had to finish it.
And you had to finish.
You couldn't move till you. I'm like, man, I'm full. Like you better
You ain't
finish
had no
that.
Finish that damn
options
plate.
Like, God damn, I'm full.
Right. They made sure your ass ate.
You sitting at the table till you get a little more hungry. Sit here till
5 more hours.
till I get hungry again.
Right. The food don't get cold. You just gotta eat it now.
I got school tomorrow. Like, God damn, you better finish that
You better
plate,
finish
boy.
that food.
Dude, these kids don't even know how hard it is.
I
you
know.
Yeah.
They get to go and they get to choose. I want this and I want that instead. I don't want bro.
That's what my friend, I saw her Insta story. She made 4 different meals. It's her husband, 2 kids.
What?
It's like he want this, they want that, she want this, she don't eat this. I mean,
See,
I
yeah,
was
nah.
like, oh, you a good
Yeah,
one.
nah.
That's
You
crazy.
good because my mom
Yeah,
cook
no.
every day, but you best believe she
let
cook
me-
one meal you gonna eat.
Right.
In growing up when I was young, and also in island culture, you
Right.
eat whatever the father wants.
Right, exactly.
Even if you allergic, hey nigga, we eating fish today. I'm allergic. Well, I guess you ain't eating. That's what your daddy wanted.
Right, exactly.
You gonna eat
Luckily,
whatever.
I think we all kind of like the same food. So
Yeah.
in my house,
Dude, you gonna, yeah. I mean, that's why you notice back in the day, kids ain't had no allergies. You ain't had no allergies, nigga.
Nah.
Your only allergy was hunger. Now these kids, I can't eat this, I can't eat that. Like, nigga, I ain't had no allergies growing up.
Right.
I was gonna starve.
Right, yeah.
I'm allergic to shellfish. All right, then. Guess you'll eat tomorrow.
you be all right. That's what my mama. They ain't gonna kill you. That was my mama.
Yeah,
Favorite,
they
ain't gonna kill you.
They
right.
ain't gonna kill you, boy.
But what if it do though? Like,
If
what
you-
if
but it
tomorrow
ain't.
I
But
wake
it-
up dead? What
But
you
it
think?
ain't. You ain't
If
gonna
you
know.
weren't allergic, you ain't gonna be allergic tomorrow because you done already ate it and it passed through your body. Your body got used to it, and now you good.
These
I
soft,
do feel like I was about to say kids are so much. They're soft. These
soft as
days.
shit.
Yeah.
Soft as shit. Like my
Yeah.
kids are soft as hell. Privileged, soft. Like
That's
you
your
say,
fault.
Like my kid's mom literally would. Oh well, she don't like this. Like what? She don't work nowhere. What you mean she don't? When you get a job, that's when you can say what you don't like.
yeah.
She don't work no goddamn
The
way.
parents is soft. That's why.
She's
Uh-huh.
soft.
I got homegirls. Why your 6-year-old got an iPhone 12? No, she can't have my phone number because she not about to FaceTime me to death all day about nothing. Why she got a phone?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. My daughter
When
had
is
a
she
phone
ever
since
not
she
with an
was-
adult?
My daughter was like 8. She had a phone.
Why?
since she
Nigga,
was-
that's your fault.
No,
nigga.
6.
Playing on YouTube.
8 or 6. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You be like, why you got her phone? Well, she asked for it. So you couldn't say no? You got to tell your kids no sometimes.
Yeah, I tell you kids no.
I remember growing up, it was times I was asking stuff, and I'm like, I know we have the money for it. My parents would be like, no. And then I got older and I got it. Like, sometimes you just got to say no.
Yeah. I mean, you ain't just gotta say no. It should be
You can't
something
give your
behind
kids
it.
everything.
No, but I'm saying
Everything
that's
they
what I'm
ask
saying. It
for.
should be a lesson behind why you're saying
Yeah.
no. You know, like even when my daughter, when I put it this way, when my daughter was younger, I used to always give her everything. Now that she's 12, going on 13, now it's like I don't give her everything. Now I make her earn certain things. Like, cause now she's
A grade,
older.
like good grades. or
Yeah,
something?
because now she's old enough to know, like, hey, you don't just get everything.
Right.
I'm gonna give you everything you need.
Yeah.
But all the stuff you want, oh no, you're gonna have to start earning some shit now. Like I
Like
can't.
doing chores or.
Yeah, you can't
Oh,
just
stuff
be
like that.
just getting stuff. Or if she get allowance, I'll be like, well, if you want it that bad, then save your money. Let's see how
We
bad
never,
you really
I never
want
got
it.
allowance growing up. It was just like
Yeah.
I asked for something and
She get the allowance.
But sometimes they would say no because it's
Right.
like you don't. I just bought you gym shoes last week and the week before that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So sometimes they would say no, but I didn't really get.
She
it
got
wasn't
a
like a set amount of
she got a
allowance.
little debit card, like it's like a little.
How old is she?
She's 12. It's a green
With a-
card.
with a
It's for
debit
kids.
card?
It's for kids. So her allowance gets deposited into that, so she could start learning how to, do
Use money.
work
Oh,
with
that's
money.
good.
Yeah.
And so when she wants certain things, I'll be like, well, hey, you gonna have to wait. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want it that bad,
What's your daughter
Yeah.
name?
some more.
Some more. DM
Yeah.
me when you watch this. I'm gonna
Yeah.
give you all the tips on how you get anything you want from your
Oh
dad.
no, she already
You never
did.
accept no from your dad. Your mama, sometimes you take the L. Your
She
dad.
got an allowance. You give her a certain amount of money every week or
She
something like
get-
that.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Her mom gives her a certain allowance, by way of me, of course.
Yeah.
And your parents are together. You
Yeah.
definitely could be
Yeah.
milking your daddy. What?
Oh no, she milks. She milks.
Listen,
She milks.
I don't know. I don't know.
She got a whole section in here. So when you say like,
That's hilarious.
yeah, she milks, you know what I mean? But because she's a little older now, I have to start letting her know, like, hey,
She don't go to grandma.
nah, she don't need to. She go to me.
Yeah.
Because she, I just want her to know, like, this is just me. This is not life. That's what I want
Yeah.
her to understand. Like,
Yeah.
this is just me always. It's not like
But see,
things are
that's the-
always going to be happening like this for you.
That's an advantage too of these new grandmas because I never went to my grandma, but my grandma got like 50 grandkids. Like, you know what I
Right.
mean? But
Right.
so that's the difference too. Like,
But
your
her grandma
mom
give her
probably only got a
stuff.
few
Her grandma
grandkids.
give her stuff, but most of the stuff is always by way of me because it's my kid. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
yeah.
I always try to make sure she don't really need anything. You know what I'm saying? But her wants, like right after Christmas, she wanted an iPad. Like, goddamn. Then she hit me with the, I be on Zoom and it's easier for me to take my notes and da-da-da.
Damn.
And you
And
was
then-
like, okay.
Yeah, I'm like, all right.
All right.
You want those Zoom in?
I be on Zoom. It's easy to take notes.
Yeah,
Damn. Like,
yeah. So she hit me with that bullshit. But really, she playing Roblox.
That part.
But she hit me with the education part of it.
Right, yeah.
So
You
she
can't
gets
say no.
smarter. She gets
Yeah,
smarter.
yeah.
Like, I'm gonna throw this Zoom on this nigga.
He ain't gonna say no to that.
So my
It's
dumb ass went and got an iPad. Yeah.
Right.
So she got an iPad. My daughter got iPad, Apple, Mac, computer, iPhone, AirPods.
Why she need all of those?
I don't know.
See,
I
my
don't know, dog.
kids.
I don't know.
You got an imagination. That's what you got. Go outside and use it.
But you know, here's the crazy part. Sometimes now with the peer pressure, man, it's like you really got to ground your kids because all these other kids got all these other things and they start feeling left out.
Yeah.
So you got to try to have a healthy balance to where you want your kids to be happy and have things, but you also don't want them to be like, I don't want you to be no follower.
Yeah.
You can't just be, just because they got that. That's
and
them.
all of this technology, that's why all these kids have anxiety and depression and stuff. High. And it's because they're constantly wired. They can't have a second where they're not on a phone, on a watch, on an iPad, on a YouTube, on it. Like they're constantly
seeing other people's lives, thinking that that's their real life. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not their real life. They don't live like that all the time. But you know, again, you know, that's why I feel like grandmas would have nipped all this shit in the bud, but they gone.
They ain't gone.
Man, they gone. They're just
we
on our
different.
own.
Like
it's a grandma.
my auntie,
it's a grandma watching us. She ain't supposed to be watching this.
Yeah.
My auntie, her grandkids call her Glamma.
See,
she don't like grandma.
See, that's that bullshit. Nigga, you a grandma. See, that's bullshit.
But I think it's also different too because back in the day, even when you look at your parents, like I look at my parents' high school pictures, I'm like, y'all niggas was 37.
Yeah, they did look older,
right?
As hell.
So I think it was kind of different. Like your grandma back in the day was more. She wasn't really that old because they was having kids young as hell.
Right.
So they was always young, but they were just.
But she behaved like the
older.
grandma, though. She behaved like a grandma. She was home. It was always a pie on the counter.
Yeah.
It wasn't a lot for her to do back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't a lot to do now. You could balance that shit.
Nah, she gonna be on Facebook.
Grandma
There's a
just
lot to do on Facebook and YouTube.
Right. They just don't want to be grandmas no more.
Mama gotta have a life too.
I'm sure grandma was getting dick down back in the day.
Wow.
We just ain't know about it.
Yeah.
They kept that grandma.
But also a lot of them were still married. Right. And they wasn't working. So that was their life. And then now a lot of people, grandma, like our generation, when we have kids, some of their grandparents, they're single moms, you know what I'm saying? So they still out in these streets a little bit, you know? They working. They got friends. They got a life outside of your kids.
Man, I be performing, dude. We be at the comedy club. I'm sure you seen this, Keysha. It be a table full of grandmas. I'm like, who the fuck? Where the kids at? Right. What a grandkid. You know what they say? They be like, shit, I raised my kids. Like, God.
That too.
It's like 12 grandmas at a table, nigga. Just like out, kicking it, nigga.
They learn the game.
Nigga, Hennessy, shots.
They learn the game.
Who watching the babies?
The mamas.
Like, that ain't none of my business. Wow.
They ain't doing that no more. I remember I had a suitcase that was like going to grandma's house. Y'all have
a suitcase. Ain't no more grandma for the weekend.
Like 10 of us over there at once.
Grandma be like, you come over here. I ain't gonna be here though. Y'all gonna watch
Bring
each
your
other.
older brother, cuz.
I'm going to the Usher concert.
That's a
How you know about Usher? These grandma, man.
Usher.
I miss good grandmas, man.
Yeah.
I miss grandma. Grandma was always home.
Yeah.
Door always on lock.
It was all, I was about to say, I don't think it's ever been a time once my grandma's house she wasn't there. You ain't got to call before you go.
You were never hungry.
Never hungry. As soon as you come in, you had to eat.
Right. Yeah.
It was almost insulting for you to be like, nah, I'm good. You good.
You right.
You better eat.
We had an unlimited supply of food, though. Because like 10 more people stopped over here. My other cousins stopped over here.
Still
have food.
Still ate. Still have food. Yeah, I got something for you. Hold on now.
Right, yeah. Make extra, right.
I warm up some of these ham hocks. Like, God, I ain't even hungry though. And you had to eat. Oh, it was rude.
Yeah.
She was offended. And if you bring your friend ain't eat. I don't like him. I don't like that girl, baby. That ain't the one. Just cause Keysha ain't eating nothing. Nah, she ain't the one. Right. That's the devil's child. Cause she ain't eat. She ain't eat. I don't like her.
Grandmas, they just, they found themselves. Yeah. They doing other things besides raising your kid.
Maybe I'm being selfish. I just miss the good old days when things was simpler. Grandmas was home and you could get something to eat. They'll wash your kids. If you had a rip in your shirt, they'll sew it.
Mm-hmm.
These grandmas don't know how to sew.
Nah.
Look, Keysha don't know how to sew shit.
I could sew. I mean, I could do a little something. I could fix you up but if you think I'm about to just make you a shirt, sew you together a whole prom dress, no, that's not about to happen.
You can't get the yarn and put a sweater together?
That's not my ministry. That's just not my ministry.
Remember gardens?
But I can cook you up a good meal.
Grandma's had gardens. Remember gardens? Ain't no more gardens.
Oh, yeah.
Grow their own fruits and stuff.
Ain't no more gardens. Ain't no more of that.
Yeah.
That's how I knew what Jeopardy and Price is Right was. Grandma house.
Yeah.
We used to play I Declare War at my grandma's house.
Yeah. Bob Barker.
Goldfish.
That's what I grew up on. Bob Barker, Price is Right.
But my grandma was like, she's really into sports, my grandparents. So it was always the Pistons game or the Tigers game.
Right. Is your grandma still here?
No, she passed 3 years ago.
So now you ain't got no more grandma.
Nope.
Or the soap operas.
All my children. Days of Our Lives. I grew up on All My Children. I grew up on that.
My grandmas watched them because I never saw them over their house.
Yeah, I grew up on All My Children, dude. Yeah. Because you had to go to grandma's house because there wasn't no babysitter. Grandma was the babysitter.
Right.
There wasn't no daycare.
Yeah.
In my grandma's house, we just had to listen to Whitney Houston. My mom's mom. She passed when I was in high school. But I don't remember TV shows specifically that she watched.
I don't know how daycares made money back then. Because nobody went to daycare. Everybody went to grandma's house. You know? And some people was lucky.
Know.
I had some people had great grandma.
Right.
Yeah. They had it real good.
Yeah.
Great grandma. I ain't never had great grandma.
Yeah.
You know,
I did when I was little.
My family was older.
I think my great grandma passed. I was real little though. Maybe like 3 or 4.
Wow.
Great grandma, like that's a young family.
Yeah.
But I got cousins who, like younger cousins who
got great grandma.
Yeah. Like my grandma is some of my younger cousins' great grandma.
So. And she's still
she passed 3 years ago, but
yeah.
She's still alive.
Grandmas, man, that was the good old days. We miss grandmas. So all you grandmas out there, man, just try it. Like try to be a grandma. Get an apron. Just try it. Put it on. You know, they ain't got no more aprons.
This the world now where, you know what I mean? It's like everyone's trying to be younger than they actually are.
Everyone. Yeah.
Because social media is ruining everything. It's ruining the world right now.
Yeah. People be like, age ain't nothing but a thing. Yeah, but your knee still hurt.
Right.
So your back still hurt. You know, so your cholesterol still high. So you can say that shit if you want. Yeah, you got diabetes. You can say it ain't nothing but a thing, but yeah.
Sugar.
Yeah. Your ass is breaking down.
Oh my God.
As soon as it rains, your knee hurts. So.
But don't just go for grandmas, because what about granddaddies too?
Granddaddies too, but you know, I always put more response because I don't expect no.
Now y'all out here trying to hide.
Granddaddy's been bullshit. Everybody know granddaddy's been bullshit. Granddaddy's had a whole nother family on the side. Everybody know that. Like, I never depended on a granddaddy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. It's a
You ever talk to your grandma, bro?
Yeah. Like, granddaddies don't know shit. Granddaddy got to ask grandma what happened. What's going on? The granddaddy don't know shit.
About the house stuff, about the bills and all of that.
Yeah.
But granddaddy do.
Granddaddy was always outside building some shit. He don't know what the fuck going on. He don't know. Like, he don't know
Anything wrong
nothing.
with your car, granddaddy know.
Yeah, granddaddy ain't the emotional dude you go to for shit. He don't know shit. Granddaddy like, you need to build a shelf. Fuck with But don't come talk to me about no emotional shit. Granddaddies ain't had no emotions back then. Because they grew up off that civil rights shit. Them motherfuckers was tough. They couldn't show emotion. They couldn't be soft. So they was just always building shit and providing. That was that's how granddaddies move. You love me, nigga. You ate, right?
Yeah.
You got a roof over your head, right?
Right, exactly.
You got a roof over your head. I love you then. Shit,
My granddaddy too.
They ain't telling they love you, no shit like that.
I remember my granddaddy had us beef, and he used to tell me, I thought just me, I was the prettiest girl in the world, right? And it didn't go to my head. It wasn't like a thing, but it was just like, and then one day I was over there, we were in the den playing, see me and some of my little cousins, and my cousin Ashley was like, something, because I'm the prettiest girl in the world. And I was like, what? Man, we marched in that kitchen. We like 7 deep. My grandma was just sitting there waiting. She was like, oh, I was waiting for this day. I'm like, granddaddy, what you... And come to find out, he done told everybody, like, all the girls. I got about 32 female cousins.
Oh, y'all the prettiest girl in the world.
And he gonna try and spin it. Like, well, you know, because y'all my grandkid, because y'all Leo's granddaughters. Y'all. I'm like, oh, no, granddaddy.
Yeah. Hey, granddaddy, man.
First dude to lie to me was my granddaddy.
It went down here from there.
Wow.
That's why your trust issues started.
Wow.
Man.
Granddaddy. Them granddaddies was different though.
Yeah,
they
man.
was them. They was providers.
Yeah.
They didn't. They was providers.
The granddad that I know, here's my homeboy's granddad. He always had a Playboy magazine, and he would be done with it. He would give it to me.
When he bust all the pages.
I don't know. I just know he come from somewhere, and then he'd be like,
he come from somewhere, the bathroom.
He come from somewhere, and he'd be like, yeah, damn right. And he was like a 91-year-old man, and like he's like, you know, one of those peppy 90 older dudes that just kind of like got a lot of energy kind of things. He was one of those dudes. So, you know, when I think about granddads, I just think about them like watching porn for some reason. That's
my granddad. You know, my granddad had a whole family like 6 blocks away. And we knew them.
Yeah.
Like, we knew them. Like, it wasn't like no secret. Like, I knew my auntie them was on the, like, the middle school I went to, they lived right across the street from me. So he'll be over there, then he'll be at my grandma's house, then he'll be over there, then he'll be at my grandma's house. And him and my grandma stayed in separate rooms.
Wow.
But yeah, I was like, damn, this
nigga doing it.
As I got older, I was like, damn,
yeah, we ain't doing that. We not doing that no more, granddaddies.
This real that. Shit. My granddad had a whole nother side, a whole nother family. Still married to my grandma though.
Doing it.
And then it was over there, and then just come back and forth.
So that's why grandmas is the way they are now. They like, we ain't doing this shit no more.
But my grandma was home though.
Yeah, but the next generation was like, we not doing that. That's what we not gonna do. We out in these streets.
Hey.
Pearl. Beulah, where you at?
But he held both houses down though.
If you could do that, I mean,
it gets worse though. He was a deacon.
Oh my gosh.
That was my granddaddy, man. Herman.
Herman. That just sounds like the appropriate name. See, Herman just sounds like that old black man that was on some bullshit.
Herman was a player.
Hell no.
Herman, man. Herman had him, boy.
Hell no.
So that was my vision of grandparents. That's what I knew as grandparents. Because it was only one set. It was my mom, father, and mom. So that's all I knew. So all I knew was grandma's was home, cook, clean, da-da-da. My grandma ain't, from when I came into the world, I don't think she was working anymore. So, but my grandma did work,
My mom's mom did. She had 13 kids, so it's like,
that was the job. That was the job.
Grandma's always had money.
Always had money. They always had a stash. My grandma would always give me money, but don't tell me not to tell the other grandkids.
Right, exactly. Don't tell them that I gave you.
Yeah.
Right, like and I used to always think like, where you get all this money from? Like you don't work, like you just be home cooking, and you just got money like it's coming out of the bra.
But my grandma was a hustler though, low key. She was the Avon lady. She used to do. She was very creative, and she had like these little statues and stuff that she had, and she was selling like. So they.
What's the Avon lady?
Money. She sold Avon.
What's Avon?
It's like what, perfume, lotion.
It's like cosmetic.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah,
they had like a little catalog, and you just like.
Oh, got it.
Because now, what's the new? Not Avon, but what's the pink one? Mary Kay. It's like it was before Mary Kay. Yeah, Avon. That's old. Yeah, but that was my. I mean, I was just I miss grandmas, man. Hopefully we could get back to those times.
I actually really miss my grandma.
I miss my grandma. My grandma's tatted on my arm. So, the day after she passed, I went and got the tattoo of my grandma. And it was like, it was not fun because she was like, I can laugh now, but she was like dying for a minute. Like, it was like, come on, grandma, goddamn.
It was a while, it took a long time.
You gonna go or not? Like, goddamn. You niggas can't keep driving up here.
Oh my gosh.
Like, what the fuck, man?
What's crazy is my grandma.
Because it was hard. Like, I'm laughing like that, but it was hard to just see her like that.
Yeah.
Because as a kid, I always know my grandma to be vibrant, walking around, cooking.
Yeah.
And now she got all these tubes in her. And it was just like, part of me was just like, yo, man, just go. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we could just start this shit.
Yeah.
And then when it did happen, I was like, oh, no, fuck, come back.
Yeah.
It was just one of those, it was just, it was grandma, man. Like, that's the fabric of the family.
Yeah. Right. That's how my grandma was. She had cancer, and like, I could tell she was waiting for everybody to get there. Because she was asking, like, I ain't seen such and such. And then everybody came in. I came in. And 4 days after I left, my cousin came in as I was leaving, and then she
threw the
passed.
deuces. She's like, I'm out this bitch.
But she left me her necklace. I normally always have it on. The necklace I have on with a cross.
Yeah, but that's grandmas, man. We miss grandmas, man. All you grandmas out there, man, we fuck with y'all. We love y'all, and we just want y'all to, be better. Do better,
Stop
man.
going to Usher concerts,
like,
man.
Man. Stay off Facebook. Like, stop sending me friend requests. You my grandma. I'm not. You don't want to see the shit I'm posting. And if you like it, that's gonna be even more disturbing. Right. These hoes ain't shit. Like.
What you thought your granddaddy Herman was?
Right.
Hell no.
Hey, man, but shout out to all grandmas. Shout out to all single women, period, holding it down. You know what I'm saying? Y'all strong black women, white women, Hispanic women, Asian women, whatever, man. Shout out to all women doing their damn thing. We appreciate y'all, man. Tune in next week for another episode of Nobody Asked Me. Get at me on my website, Malik S Comedy, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Malik S Comedy. Appreciate y'all.
Hess Wesley on Instagram. Grandma's DM me.
Okay. Hey, grandma's got that Social Security check.
Hey,
Now
man,
you
listen.
looking for Lady Eloise. Y'all can find me on Instagram. It's Keysha.E.
Appreciate y'all. Peace.
Peace.